Hey guys. Those lights are going on. Okay. Yo. Hi guys. This is Miyamaka here, and I am here, and I'm going to be talking about how school's been so far. Kind of just like an update for anyone who wants to hear about how Nicholas's sophomore year has been going. It's like September 3rd. Wait, let me check. I think it is. It is. Let's just go with that. We'll hope it is. If it's not, bummer for me. Anyway, so I'm just gonna be kind of giving you guys a little bit of a rundown of this year so far, what I think. I'm gonna try to be pretty honest. And yeah, there's been some good, there's been some bad, but so far it's been pretty good. So let's start off with driving. Driving this year, I've been so excited. I actually have decided this year to go like 45 minutes early so I don't hit other cars, which I think is a really great idea. But I've had a talk today with Mr. Welling, who is the dean guy who, like, yeah. But he said that I parked in senior parking, and I didn't know that. So now I have to figure out a new place to park. Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to go like 15 minutes early now. But anyway, so, it's been really fun driving. It's kind of been like a freedom for me, I guess. I can just stop and get a snack on the way home if my little heart so desires. I can drive to a different way home. Like, I know these things don't really sound that cool, but honestly, it is so much fun to drive. And also it gives me the freedom to see some people from Milan, which is the school I go to. Milan, not Milan. I was kidding. Anyway, so that's been that. I've started off with a couple of different teachers, Mr. Agros, Miss Capra, Miss Christensen, Miss Ulmer, and Miss Bucci. I had Miss Bucci last year, so that's been fun. It's just study skills. It's been a good class. But what she did this time is, instead of us just being able to study, we like have to do all this work. Which, I mean, in a way, like, honestly, it kind of sucks because I like to do my homework in class. But at the same time, I'm really learning a lot, so that's kind of good. I think it's stuff that I need to learn. And I actually am doing good on tests, better on tests, besides Ulmer, which we will get into at some point. So, yeah, Bucci's been good. That's third period. I just want to start there, somewhere to start. I've seen some of my old friends. Shout out to Elisa Acosta and Mallory and just other people that are in that class. Jackson. I can't even think of everyone right now, but shout out to y'all for being so awesome. And so I'm in this program called De La Salle, which is kind of like, it's a program for people like me who are dyslexic and have ADHD or whatever. And we learn a different way. They understand that there's different types of people, which I really like about Mullen. That there's different types of people that learn, and so they kind of shape it around that for people that, like me, who don't sit in a classroom and take notes all day and like do all this stuff. Like, they have different ways of doing it and slower, and they make sure that I actually understand it instead of just moving on and not really caring about the student, which I really like. Which brings me into my next class, geometry, because I'm pretty bad at math. But it's been really good so far. I'm getting everything so far. I'm getting the content. I'm getting like shapes and stuff, which is really good for me. I'm really proud of that part. I honestly thought I would be struggling. I thought this was going to be my hardest class, which I will go to last because you want to get all the fun stuff out of the way. Yeah, I'm going to be going through some classes. Let me think. Christensen. She is so chill, and I had her as a sub for history last year, and I kind of thought that she was going to, like, break my, like, I don't know. She came off very strong, and that's not a bad thing, because I like teachers that actually can get their class under control, and, like, be aware that kids are kids. And she's one of those types of people, which I really do appreciate. Thank you, Miss Christensen. She understands that there's something called a life that we have outside of school, and she actually understands that, along with Miss Bucci and some of my other teachers. Some not, and I'm gonna respectively say this in a way that makes me not talk bad about my teachers, because I kind of feel bad about that. You know, these are people that have given their like whole freaking lives to teaching me and educating me. They get a paycheck that isn't that great, but you know what? They're spending their lives doing something, and that I mean, as much as I don't like some of my teachers, I still have respect for them just because of that. You know, um, so I mean that's that. It's just different teaching styles, I guess, and just my opinion of them. But okay, so then we have Mr. Agros, who is so funny. He literally makes my stomach hurt. I laugh so hard in that class. Oh my god, that guy is so funny. I have him every try this year, so I'm really really excited about that. He's a really great teacher. He teaches Latin, and he's actually like, I mean, I'm starting to get it a little bit more. It's kind of confusing, but he goes at a really fast rate, which I've been able to handle so far, which I'm kind of impressed. But I think at some point I might have some troubles. But I mean, he definitely seems like the type of guy that would help. He's always, I don't know. It's good to kind of end with this class just because, like, because our first period and our fifth period switch, but it's always good to end with that class just because, you know, you have such a long, hard day that, like, when you laugh it off and, like, you just get to laugh in that class and enjoy that class, which I think is really cool. All right, and then we have, let me see. I think I covered all of it. Oh, yeah. Ulmer, my science teacher, my biology teacher. Science, I'm not saying this in a bad way. Like, I just want you guys to know this. Biology is not my strength, or science at all. I mean, I really thought I had this thing for science. And my family does, and like everyone in my family does, but I particularly don't. And I'm not really sure why that is. I really like science, I'm just not that great at it. It's kind of like, you know, drawing for me. Like, I think it's awesome, but literally the product is just no. You know, it's been good. She gives a lot of work, and I think that she gives a lot of tests, which is kind of hard for me. And also, she doesn't let me use my iPad, which I go to an iPad school, if you guys didn't know that. And that really helps me learn. So having that kind of transition has been really hard for me. You know, just switching from that, and writing everything down. But I think it's a good skill. I think it is something I need to do, and I really want to push myself to do that. Hopefully I can. I'm having a little bit of a trouble right now, but that's okay. And then we're going to just jump into friends. There have been a lot of just dramatic changes for me. You know, there was a lot of people that were really nice to me last year haven't been. They kind of were saying stuff about me and saying stuff to me, which, I mean, it's whatever. That's going to happen all the time. It's fine, guys. It's whatever. But, you know, I've had a lot of friend changes. There's this kid who I hated a lot, and now we're really good friends. You know, it's just stuff like that. And there was this kid that I thought he was the greatest kid, and then I just lost all respect for him a couple days ago, just because of things he said to me and things that he, you know, I'm not going to reveal these names at all, you know, because that's kind of their deal. And he kind of, I don't know, there's some people that have said things to me that is really, first of all, very homophobic. Second of all, it's kind of just pathetic. Third of all, if you really if you have the need to, like, make me feel bad about myself just because you're having issues or just because you think something's wrong with me, that's just you know what, screw you. Like, that's your deal. You do you. I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna be happy, and you're gonna sit there, and when I'm successful or when I do something that you don't get to do, you know, because I'm doing me and you're doing you, and you're just looking at me like, oh my gosh, he took what I wanted, you know, but, like, bummer. If I followed in your footsteps, I'd be exactly like you. So I choose not to follow you. I choose not to be around you. But there have been some people that have kind of just stayed mildly with me through this, which has been kind of good because it's I don't know. My classmates have changed a lot. Like not in the sense of like appear. Well, yeah, that way too. But like more of like who I have classes with. Once again, because I was in De La Salle, so I had the same people in the same classes pretty much all the time. But now I don't, which is, I mean, it's different. It's different for me. But I mean, I've gotten to know some people. Once again, friend changes and stuff. Homework load has been a little bit hard. There's so many tests. And I've been studying for some of them. I've been really pushing myself that way in some ways. I would say there was a couple of things I said at the beginning of the year too. Sorry, this is kind of, I'm just going around with wherever with this, but there's a couple of things that I said at the beginning of the year about, you know, just about people and like stuff that I kind of don't really think I should have said. And quite honestly, you know, just about like everyone being judgmental and like how I hate everyone there. Like, I mean, there are good people there, and you know, that was just one of those things where I said it and I can't really change that, and I'm not gonna I mean, I can apologize because it really doesn't affect anyone. It's what I said, and I didn't really say it I said it to like someone else that's like, it doesn't even affect anyone else. But I did say those things, and you know, I've kind of analyzed myself in that, and I've kind of realized that I should appreciate where I go to school more, and I should appreciate what I have more, because you know, this school that I'm going to, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this little story. I'm going to try to keep this to about 15 minutes, so if I just stop randomly, you guys know why. But, you know, the school, I had like a group of friends that I was really excited to be with, that I wanted to go to high school with, but ultimately I chose to go to Mullen because I wanted an education. I wanted to push myself to do something, and I wanted to be the best me I could be. And so I thought that by going there, I think I could do that. And as hard as it was, and as hard as it's been for me there, I've definitely learned a lot, as well as about me, who I am, what I stand for, and just about how I should treat people. And I mean, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about from public school to private school, and I think it's been a really cool thing for me. I think as much as I say I hate it, I don't. I really don't. I'm grateful for what I have, and I really need to try to present myself like that more. So, yeah, I think that's something I need to work on for sure. As well as homework, too. I think I need to work on that. I've gotten everything in. I don't know how I've done that, because I do not do squat at this house. I do everything in the morning, which once again goes back to me driving 50 minutes early. And also during lunch I do it. You know, like I have these things, but eventually I'm just going to have to just be like, you know what, I'm going to do it at home. So I think I need to get to that point. And that's just something I need to work on. Friends, I think friends have been good for me. Classes have been good for me. I just got to keep doing what I'm doing. Just keep a good attitude about it. Because Ms. Ulmer, I had a really bad attitude. Really bad attitude about. And I still kind of do. And I'm trying not to, because it's what I have. It's who I have. And she seems like a nice enough lady, but like it's hard when you when you don't like the content as much, you know. And I'm not saying I don't, but I just think that the way that she presents it isn't in my favor. Which, once again, nothing against her as a person, but just that class itself. And I think what I need to do sophomore year is kind of just take what I have and work with it and do what I need to do. So, of course, you know, I could go on, but I think you guys kind of get the gist. If you guys want to see my dance video, which was also kind of a fun thing for me too, it's in there somewhere. I'll leave it somewhere, maybe, probably not. But guys, I just want to say thank you guys so much for checking out this video. It means a lot that you guys listen to me, that you hear what I have to say. I probably wouldn't listen to 15 minutes of me talking, but if you do, thank you so much, because that it